Midnight Drearies.
Once upon a time, there was a man named Bob Iger who was the CEO of the Walt Disney Company. He was known for his shrewd business sense and his ability to create magic for millions of people around the world. However, there was one thing that Bob wanted more than anything else: to truly experience the magic of his company for himself again. Bob Chapek had destroyed the magic. The parks had fallen into disrepair. Not a single guest was happy at Disneyland, the happiest place on earth, not even little Jason Horvez, the Make-A-Wish kid whose dying wish was to come to California from the cancer-ridden barrio of Houston, Texas, where the streets were littered with cancer and cancer-causing tumors that were selling oxy on the street corner. Jason said at least the streets of ghetto Houston were cleaned every once in a while, as he cried dying orphan tears. And Iger was still feeling guilty for letting Kathleen Kennedy and bitch boy Ryan Johnson kill Luke Skywalker, and for letting all the gay black racist pedophiles destroy the Marvel Cinematic Universe and put sexual content in the Disney shows for children. Where did HR even find that many gay black racist pedophiles? Oh well. One day, while wandering through the park, Iger the Tiger stumbled upon a small cart selling popsicles. The cast member looked up at him and smiled, holding out a small, shimmering popsicle. "This is a special popsicle," he said. "It contains a magic so powerful that it can transform anyone who eats it into the hero of their own story." Bob was skeptical, but the unkempt millennial cast member's words intrigued him. He handed over some money and took the frozen treat. Though he wanted to tell the hippie to get a haircut and cover up his tattoos, Boomer Bob decided that probably wasn't such a good idea. Upon removing the wrapper, he saw that the popsicle was shaped like the head of Walt Disney. "Wow," Bob thought to himself, "we really do deserve all the hatred that people throw at us." He took a big bite out of Walt's frozen head. It tasted like blood and cherry. Everything started to spin. Bob blacked out. When he opened his eyes again, he found himself standing in the middle of Fantasyland. He looked down at his feet and saw that they had turned into paws. His body was covered in fur, and his face had elongated into a flat snout. And during the transformation process, he had ripped off all his clothes. Luckily, he was furry enough down there that no one could see his tiny ding-dong. Bob had become the Beast from Disney's modern classic animated film of 1991, Beauty and the Beast. At first, he was thrilled with his newfound look and stature. He roared with delight and ran through the park, scaring the children and delighting the adults. But soon, he realized that he was losing control. His beastly instincts were taking over, and he began to attack anyone who came near him. The park was in chaos. Guests were fleeing in all directions as employees were desperately trying to contain the situation. But Beastly Bob was too powerful, and he was determined to have his fun. He smashed his way through Main Street, USA, breaking windows and toppling lamp posts. As he approached Cinderella's castle, he began to climb the walls. He could feel the power of the magic pulsing through his veins, urging him to climb higher and higher. He reached the top and let out a deafening roar. But then, something unexpected happened. A group of feral cats appeared, the ones who safeguard the park from rodents, ironically. They circled around the base of the castle. They looked up at Bob with a fierce determination, and then they began to climb the towers of Cinderella's castle. Bob was taken aback. He had never seen anything like it. The cats were quick and nimble, leaping from ledge to ledge with ease. He tried to swipe at them with his massive claws, but they were too fast. As the cats closed in, Bob realized that he was no match for them. He let out one final roar as he lost his grip, tumbling down the side of the castle. He crashed to the ground below, and his transformation began to reverse itself. Bob the Beaster was dead, and the feral cats gathered around the fallen body. They began licking up the pool of blood that had flooded out of Iger's lifeless shell, having burst like a gusher's candy. The cat's eyes glowed red and they began running around spastically until disappearing into the underbrush of Adventureland, with several of them hopping atop a boat on the Jungle Cruise. Once again, the cats had saved Disneyland.